Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 really useful tips and tricks that you can use in Word. So the first one is how to put all of your lists in alphabetical order or your numbered bullet points or numbers in order. So you can see here I've got a number of different sentences and they're all numbered but in the wrong order. So all you need to do is to select all of your sentences or your lists, go up to Table, go to Sort, and at the top here it says Paragraphs and Text. You can keep it as ascending or descending, whichever you want, and then simply click OK. Then you can go back and you can just customize your text as it once was. And then for the bottom one here, you can see we've also got these sentences here, and they begin with different letters. And if you want to put these in alphabetical order, again, just select them all, go back up to Table, go to Sort, and again in Paragraphs here and Text, ascending or descending, and click OK. Once again, you can go back and just customize it all, put in the return keys to spread your sentences out. Another really useful tip, which I use all the time, is a copy and paste quick fix. So let's say, for example, I wanted to copy and paste this second line here. I've highlighted it, I've got my cursor over the top of it, and if I press down on my Alt or Option key, click on the sentence and then move it anywhere in my document and drop it, then I've copied and pasted it. Now with that, you can also do exactly the same with any picture or image you've inserted. So select it, hold down the Alt or Option key, click, and then you can simply drag out another one. And this prevents you having to go up to the copy and paste icons, and it just makes that process a lot quicker and easier. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to set up a macro which allows you to do something that you normally do over and over again really quickly and efficiently. So for example, if you're writing a letter and you want to put in the address bar and the date. So let's go up to View and then go to Macros and select Record Macro. Here we've got macro 4, you can have it as macro 1, 2 or 3, it depends what you want to name it as. Then go down to the description, I'm just going to put block 4, click OK. As you can see, my cursor's got this little script next to it. All you need to do is start to produce your text or your image. So I'm just going to put my text in. Then to put in the address, we just go to Insert, Date and Time, select the configuration that you want. I'm going to select this one. Click OK, and once you've finished your macro or your design, then go back to View, go to Macros and select Stop Recording. Now nothing will happen, but you can test it if we just go down to the next line, go to Macros, select View Macros, scroll down to macro 4, you can see here it says block 4, and then click Run, and as you can see that comes up straight away. So when you next go to write your letters, you just go to View Macros, View Macros, down to number 4 and click Run, and all of that will be there. Now obviously we've only done something small, but you can do much larger pieces of text, you can do extended actions, and it'll all be completed for you in a matter of seconds. The next tip I'm going to show you, which I always find exceptionally helpful when I'm using tables, is how to create a shortcut to merge your cells. So for example, I've got a table up here and I want to merge all of these cells here. I go to Table Layout, then I've got to go to Merge Cells. And each time I want to merge the cells, I have to go through the same thing each time. However, if I set a shortcut key, so if I go to Tools, Customize Keyboard, if I scroll down to Table, and then in here I type in Merge, you can see here we've got Table Merge Cells. So I've assigned the shortcut Command R. Now it may be that there's nothing in there. Then all you need to do is to go down to Press New Keyboard Shortcut, Command plus R, and then I'm going to click Assign. Now sometimes it may come up with currently assigned to, and you make the choice as to whether you want to overwrite that or you want to stick with your current selection. and then you simply click Assign and then OK. So now if I want to merge these cells, all I have to do is press Command R. And there we have that shortcut, which makes it really quick and simple for me to merge cells while I have one hand on my mouse and one hand on my keyboard, making it really, really quick. So the final tip I'm going to show you today is one that generally people ask about, is the insertion of multiple images and alignment. So if I go to Insert, Pictures, then we go from Picture from File, and then I'm going to select 6 of these images by clicking and dragging across all these images that I want in my document. Now you will notice they are all square, so they are in fact the same ratio. They're not the same size, but they are the same ratio. So I'm going to click Insert, and if I scroll out, you can see they're all over my document. And the first thing that you need to do to these images is you need to change the wrapping, otherwise you simply can't move them. So I've got mine selected here. You need to go to Wrap Text. If you've got text within your document, you can select any of these and they're fairly self-explanatory. You can have Tight, which is where the text goes round the image, Through, where the text goes through the image, Top and Bottom. I generally use In Front of Text when I don't have text, and it's the default that I normally go to. So I'm going to select that one, and then you need to go through and just do that for all of them. Now once you've done it to all of them, you may want them all to be the same size or a smaller size. Now the easiest way to select them all is to select one of them, go to Picture Format and go along to this selection pane icon here, and you'll be able to see all of the pictures that you've inserted into your document. If you click on the top one, press Command or Control A to select them all, and you can see how Word has selected all of the images. Then you can go up to height, and I'm just going to type in 5. Make sure this is checked because obviously it will hold the ratio of your images, and press enter. And then all of them will be 5 by 5, or if you've got a different ratio but they're all the same size, or if you just want your images to be the same width or the same height, you can do that as well in exactly the same way. So now you've got your images in, you might think, well, I really want to line them up, make them all look the same distance apart. Well, all you need to do, let's say we'll do this row first, and let's say you want to have them in this sort of configuration. The first thing you need to do is to select the bottom one, hold your Command or Control key down and select this one, go to Align and select Align to Bottom. The 2 at the top, you select Align to Top. Then you can deselect, select this one, and this one, select Align, distribute vertically, which will mean there's an equal distance between them, align to center. Exactly the same here, holding down that Command or Control key, align, distribute vertically, and then align to center. Now they're all perfectly lined up, you can select them all. You can go to Group, select Group, and now it's all one element. If you want it into the center of your page, you can either go to Position and select Center, or you can select Align to Center, Align to Middle, whichever is your preference. So I hope all those tips and tricks have helped you today and taught you something useful. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.